So, Ralph, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate your time, sir.
And the least I could do for such a great mentor.
Oh, thank you. Don't make me blush now. So why don't we just start off with this? Why don't you just tell everybody your name and where you're from, and then maybe a little bit about your background?
Okay, so I'm Ralph Gray. Currently live in Maryland. I'm from all over the place. Military background as a retiree.
Thank you for your service, by the way.
Thank you for your support. I really appreciate that. But yeah, so just bounced around with the military, did my 20 years and decided that was it for me. Along the course of that, just a lot of different epiphanies, just being in the military and with all the deployments and whatnot, it just gave me a whole different sense of value of time with my family and time with my kids. So I really needed to find a way to support myself and my family and not spend a lot of time being dictated by other people, you know, just basically like spending time away from my family or just things like that, basically. So happened upon a video and I saw you and you was talking about passive income and doing everything for yourself. And I think that's what really, like, it just really clicked. It was like I had that day where it's like, I just can't wait no longer. This has got to happen. And if it's ever going to happen, I need to start today. So.
Wow. So what were you doing before you learned about ATMs? What were you doing? Like, what's your job, if you will?
I was actually a satellite communicator in the Army. So I worked on satellite communications, my IT background and stuff like that, tactical radios and things.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's the background.
All right, very cool. And then, so what made you decide the ATM business was the passive income stream you wanted to pursue instead of other passive income streams?
So, you know, the funny thing is, so the first time I actually thought about it, I was sitting in, so this might not be video worthy. So I'm in a strip club and it's like 1999. And I just remember looking at an ATM in a strip club and it's like, it's only $1. And that just lets you know how long ago it was.
Wow, that was, yeah.
I was in a strip club with a $1.25 surcharge. And I'm like, yeah, but I bet 100 people touch that thing today. Like, whoever owns that machine is making a killing. So that's actually the first time I remember thinking about ATMs.
Wow.
So, like I said, I retired. And actually, so when I got out of the military, I was a contractor for a little bit. So I'm working military contracts or government contracts in the DC area. And that probably wasn't the right environment. Or that job didn't really jive out. So again, just looking at the things that were frustrating me about the workforce and everything, just like I said, that whole having a boss and being dictated things. Just those things kind of nudged me towards the passive income. And like I said, I think I found your video at just the right time.
Nice. And,
you know, for me, I found it at the right time for me, and I just decided to take action. It was one of those things.
Yeah, that's what's important. Found the right time for you, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Have you tried other like passive income streams before or no?
No, not really. Like, no, I actually hadn't really tried anything. I had the military, so I kind of covered everything.
Right.
Like, okay, so now you out of the military, what are you going to do? And there's a lot of things I might like. I don't know how many of those make money. So
yeah.
In the meanwhile, and like I said, this still leaves me time to pursue my other things.
Absolutely. So when you came across me and you learned that I had a training program, what would you say was your biggest concern, like with becoming a student of mine?
My biggest concern was more so that it was going to be another hustle. You know, everybody's out here and everybody's going to make their dollar and everybody's going to promise you everything. And what I really didn't want was, you know, and I'm about to really put down this chunk of money and make this investment in myself. And I really hope I'm not just investing in somebody else's pyramid scheme. So I was really, like I said, my main concern was probably just being taken advantage of and not really getting what I bought. So to speak.
Right.
Yeah, so those are probably my two biggest concerns.
Okay, awesome. And then, so with that concern, what made you decide to say, you know what, I'm going to do this? What made you decide to take the leap and say, I'm going to do this and join her training?
So if you want to be great, you can't be scared. Will probably be the main thing. Me personally, just from watching your videos, I really had, like, what I did was I really got to look at these videos and I really got to see what type of person she is. I got to just look at these videos and just see. And I saw a sincere person in those videos, so I took a chance.
Awesome. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I think I'm pretty sincere. Do you think that by now that you really know me?
I mean, you know what? Honesty is honesty. I think you're a very sincere person. I think, matter of fact, I remember when we had that miscommunication in the beginning, and it really could have been those situations where that could have been handled any type of way, and you really chose to go out of your way to make it right. You know,
right.
Whatever, you know, just, you know what, this is a miscommunication, this is what it is, and we're going to make sure it stay that way. It was
right.
never out to turn into anything more. So that's what I mean by that sincerity and that honesty.
Yeah. Awesome. Well,
yeah.
Thanks. So, okay, you joined the training. How long was it before you placed your first ATM after you joined?
I probably placed my first ATM probably about a month after I completed the training.
Okay.
And it took a while because I joined and I sped through the training so quick. Let me hurry and watch this video. Let me hurry and get this paperwork. And let me hurry and do this. And I was ready, but I wasn't really ready. So the bumps in the process, you know, I'd actually talked to a local barber. Like, I had my first location pretty much sold before I talked to you, or right as I was talking to you.
Right.
I was thinking this was going to be my way to go. So with my background, I scouted my first location first. I did your training. It took me about a month to get rid of all the hiccups and everything, make sure my financing was straight, and just delivery stuff. Took me about 2 days to program because I just nervous. You know, I could probably do it about an hour now. But yeah, so overall it took about a month, and that does include, you know, I did talk to the guy ahead of time, and I was delayed a little bit just with unfamiliarity to the process.
Okay, awesome. Month, that's not bad. I mean, that's pretty average. A month is good. So what do you think? Do you just have one ATM right now, or how many do you have?
I got one right now. I'm in a real funny situation right now. So I got one right now. I have another one being delivered in about 3 days, and I got like 4 or 5 locations that are like, yes, I'm very, very interested. And you know, you kind of, for the new people that's out there, you're going to want to get a hold of how interested people are. I got to catch these people that are interested before they lose interest, but I can't have them so interested that they get tired of waiting to run to somebody else. So I got to kind of keep them, those 4 or 5, you know, just sitting tight right now until I can get some things going.
Right. Okay. Yeah. So what cracks me up sometimes is people, like, I run Facebook ads and things like that, and people always like, there's no opportunity for the ATM business, but here you got like 5 people that want machines. We got other students that got more people that want machines that they got money.
Yeah. I seen that the other day on the Facebook page. I'm like, man, I'm jealous of this dude. And I don't know if it was Tyler or one of the other guys. I was like, man, this dude was hustling. It's like, man, but yeah. I can't
So plenty of opportunity out there, you feel, right?
Oh yeah, most definitely. Definitely.
All right, very cool. What do you think, Ralph, was your favorite part, or I don't want to say favorite part, what do you think was the most helpful part of my training?
The most, just having a mentor, having access to somebody, because you can give me blueprints all day and you can give me all these papers. I can read through stuff, but if I don't understand something, if I read it and I didn't understand, I'm not going to read it again and start understanding. So I may need to talk to somebody. So having access to a mentor and the Facebook groups, you know, like I said, there's a lot of people in the groups that ask questions. I'm like, yeah, man, I was thinking about that. Or, damn, that's something I never really thought of. So having those groups. But on a personal level, the why video, probably.
Wow, okay.
I was pretty firm in my why before I started. You know, we'll probably talk more off camera about that. But I was pretty firm in my why before I started. When I watched that video, I think it's one of the first ones I watched, and it was like, yeah, I definitely picked the right mentor, because that's exactly what it is. If it's about money, I'm going to fall asleep, man.
Right.
So definitely the mentor, having that constant contact with the mentor, the weekly phone calls where you check up on us, and it's not pressured. It's, hey, so I heard you wanted to do this, like somebody else is taking an interest. So entrepreneurship is very lonely, and it made it feel a little bit less lonely. So
that's a great point, Ralph. You're right. Entrepreneurship can get super lonely. So having others that understand that and can relate makes a big difference.
Yeah, Like
Yeah.
you'll mess around and be arguing with people in your house starting your own business because they just don't understand the things that you find valuable. Like,
It's true.
it was only 5 minutes. Like, I'm on the clock. You know, that was the edited version, but yeah. So
love it. So I know you just have one machine right now, but you got another one coming.
mm-hmm.
How has this ATM business impacted you so far?
The impact is just so many different levels. Just here's the thing: if I don't go to work, I don't get it. You know, so anything I got, anything I have, anything my children have, I provided that, and that in itself provides a certain comfort. That's something a lot of people won't be able to wrap their mind around. But I would say for the most part, just making my own schedule. You know, I got this machine, and I can find another location to put in another machine. I can do mobile events, and that's really my next thing is mobile events. Man, you look up and pick which weekends you want to work, and then work real hard, and then spend time with your kids. So that to me is the best part.
Yeah, the time. So you're real big on that time freedom.
Oh, very much so. Just freedom overall, but real big on the time freedom just because of my kids, which ties into my why. You know, little things. The funny thing is, so I went to the barbershop to fill up. The machine. And it's funny because one of the barbers like, oh, the machine is empty, man. You're going to have to go down the street. No, I'm not. The thing is, put it like this. I could have been walking in there with $10,000. Nobody knows who I am. And that type of freedom right there is crazy. Yeah. Because if you ever went, oh, man, I'm in a bad neighborhood, somebody want to whatever, nobody knows who I am. And partially because I work for myself, so I look how I want.
Low key and stealth.
Yes.
And sometimes low key and stealth is just walking around in a t-shirt and shorts.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah. Hey, man, I ain't got to worry about nobody trying to take my money because I don't look like money.
Right. Exactly. I feel the same way, Ralph. I feel you, man.
Oh, man, times must be hard, huh? I'm like, yeah, it's hard.
Yeah, it sucks. How old are your kids, Ralph?
So my oldest is 24. He's his own success story, and I have stepchildren. I also have a 7-year-old daughter and a 2-year-old daughter.
Oh wow! Okay.
So those are my main focuses right there.
Do they take any interest in the ATM business, or do they see you doing that?
Okay, so my 7-year-old loves it. She actually went with me to install my first machine. So if you remember, we were talking, and I started the business right before summer visit.
Mm-hmm.
So the machine gets there. The machine got here on a Wednesday, and I think I flew out on Friday to go get her. So the next Tuesday, we end up putting that thing in the ground. You know, I went to the Home Depot. I get the big drill. She was so excited about that. She got the drill holes in the concrete. So she did that. One of the other things I do as a business owner is I take advantage of child labor laws. Okay. A lot of people may not know this. If you own your own business and you have children over the age of 7, they can't legally work for you. Nice. You can pay them a salary up to like $12,000 a year that you write off on your taxes. So when we do installs, and my 7-year-old is here, she went on the installs with me. She got paid. So nice. So I actually started her bank account with that. So I paid her $50 for the install. We started her bank account, and I got to show her how that process works. And now she knows that she has money. Wow, that is awesome. Yeah. I was trying to really make something out of this opportunity that you helped me with. That's great. I love that. Now, any other of the kids take interest yet, or just her for right now? Yeah, well, she does. My 9-year-old stepson, he was all about it. He likes going. Okay, so one more thing. My 7-year-old daughter loves to sell machines. It's like, hey, baby, so we ride in the car. I got my little business cards, my little ATM fact sheet. And I'm like, hey, baby, you want to sell an ATM today? She's like, yep. It's like, who you want to sell one to today? She's like, I want to sell one at Target. Fuck it, well, you know what? Let's do it, right? So you can edit that later, I guess. But so it's all good. Target, so she takes a big interest in that. My 9-year-old, he thinks it's cool. I don't think he really understands it, but he thinks it's cool. He does go like the shop locations as well. That's awesome. I love when kids get involved because you know, if they just go that normal path, all they're going to learn at school is how to go to college and get a job. You know what I mean? Yeah, and that's right along those lines. Right along. Awesome.
So what do you think, Ralph, is the number one reason why you, Ralph, has done so well with the training program?
You know, because it fell in line. First off, my goals were clear. My goals were clear as far as what I wanted to do, and I know what I needed to do to get it done. The training is clear cut and dry. It's like you almost can't mess it up. But why it worked well for me was kind of been a familiar format. I'm real big on the own pace and distance kind of thing.
Okay.
I can watch a video, I can sit back, I can dissect it, and I can go back and watch that video over and over again, as opposed to a lesson or a lecture where maybe I remember what was said and maybe I don't. Maybe my notes were clear, maybe they weren't. This is a video and I can go back to it anytime I want to. Another thing with the training references, of course, you got a couple videos and here's the paperwork. It talks about those last few videos and the questions you should be answering for yourself and things like that. So it was
great.
It was pretty awesome.
Okay. So the PDF resource guides at the end of the modules that help you kind of reinforce what you just learned.
Yeah, definitely. So here's the thing, whether I need to read it or I need to hear it or I need to see it, I think the training pretty much covered all bases.
Yeah. I tried to do that. So thank you for saying that.
Yes.
Appreciate that. So what's been your favorite thing about your ATM business so far? Has it been the time freedom?
Yeah, it's the time freedom. On a personal level, just being able to create something. Like, this is my business, you know? Yeah. And everything about it has meaning. Like a funny thing, so I got my son who's 24, he's actually working on my logo.
Oh, nice.
He likes to draw a whole lot, so he's working on a logo. I'm trying to get him to start his own LLC, working on graphic design and just stuff like that. Of course, hey, when you get that started, here's your $100 contract to make sure my logo is straight.
Right. Awesome.
So, yeah. So we try. It's awesome. My favorite part is being able to empower other people.
Yeah, awesome.
Like, I'll be honest with my first installation. Before my daughter came home, I was riding down the street and I saw a guy. He's standing on the corner with his cardboard or whatever, and it says veteran. And maybe I pay attention, maybe I don't, but it said veteran. And I'm a veteran, so, you know, let me go talk to this guy. Hey, man, all right, my little yada, yada, yada. Hey, dude, I can't give you nothing, but you want to make $60? Yeah, come on. I need you to drill 2 holes in some concrete. I'm going to give you $60 a day.
Aww.
If you got a cell phone, what I'll do is every time I do an installation, I'm going to call you and you're going to make $60 that day. This ain't no charity case and I ain't running no soup kitchen, but if you need help, now I have a means to help him because I own my own business doing this. So that to me is like one of my favorite things about this.
You're so sweet.
Oh man, don't get to telling people that, man.
All right, I won't tell them, but I'll be honest. They're gonna know from watching this video.
I mean, you know, we're here for a reason, you know. So it all ties in.
You're a good guy. Did he come with you?
He did. You know what? I hadn't called, so there's another funny story. So the day came, and I got the ATM, and I was having car issues, so I go get a U-Haul. So I drive and get a U-Haul. I drive the U-Haul back to my house. I load up the ATM, and I call the dude. I'm like, hey, man, you ready to go? He's like, yeah, I'm ready to go. So I go pick him up. So it's me, the homeless dude, and my daughter in a U-Haul with the ATM in the back. I called the barbershop. He's like, oh, man, you can't drop that thing off today. I'm like, WTF, man, like you don't even understand, bro. Everything I went through today. Like, there's literally a homeless dude in the U-Haul chilling with my daughter right now, and you telling me I can't drop this machine off. So we went back the next day and dropped off the machine. I didn't get to take the guy with me because I wasn't gonna call him twice, you know. But yeah, me and that guy actually do still talk every
That's
night.
awesome. It's my message to tell my grandmother happy birthday.
I said happy birthday.
That's awesome. You really are a good guy. I don't think I knew that story.
Nah, you know, I probably didn't tell that story. That's one of those, you know, along my journey, these are some of the things I've been through type things.
That's what makes it even better.
Yeah.
You know? All right, awesome. So let's just say somebody finds me like on YouTube or Facebook or wherever, and they learn I have a training program and they're considering it, and maybe they're on the fence. What would you say to somebody who's on the fence and considering my training?
stop wasting time. Like in all honesty, stop wasting time. And it's not a salesmanship thing. Whatever their dream is, they need to stop wasting time. There's always going to be some reason not to. There's always going to be some reason why this is not the perfect time. If anybody is watching the ATM stuff and thinking about Carey Buck, like I said, if you're worried about sincerity and integrity, that's not a question, man. Just get out here and do your thing, and she's going to help you.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, I'm going to do my best to help.
I can honestly say I haven't been hindered not one bit along the way, and I've definitely been helped.
You can honestly say, what was that again, Ralph?
That I haven't been hindered at all. Like I said, it was everything I asked for was everything I got dealing with this program. You know, and everything you said you would do is everything you did. You know, no more, no less. Like no secret, hidden, whatever. But
awesome. And the key to it, which I think you'll agree to, is the training is there, but it doesn't work if you don't.
Yes. Yeah, exactly. Like I said, you're given all the tools to succeed. The work is on you.
Exactly. As long as you implement, you're good.
Yes, pretty much. I don't think there's a single thing as far as ATMs that I had to create for myself.
Okay.
As far as starting up an LLC and being smart enough to have a different bank account and whatnot, that kind of stuff is on me. But as far as owning an ATM business, having the paperwork I needed, and understanding that paperwork, I got every single thing I needed from this course.
Right. And then, if you have any questions, there's a couple places you can go.
Yeah,
Student group or the
got
call.
access to the members and the group calls and the Facebook and things like that.
So knowing everything you know now, would you do it all over again?
Oh, most definitely. I'd probably definitely did it a year or two sooner.
There you go. Right. A lot of people say that. Even I say that.
Let me tell you. So my last duty station in the military, it wasn't very physically demanding. So I would have had a lot of time to do stuff like this. And I would have had a source of income to support any mistake that I'm making right now. You see what I'm saying? As opposed to being retired, I don't make as much as I used to. Like I could still sustain myself, but man, it'd have been a lot nicer. I actually had so funny. After I retired, I had a job making over 6 figures. I had a 6-figure job, but that's the environment that I prefer not to be in. So that again,
work for somebody else and have them tell you what to do.
Yeah, but my thing is, I was on a crazy schedule where I worked for 5 days and I was off for 5 days. So if I could have slept for a day, I could have spent 4 more days doing ATM stuff and had this thing so smooth by the time it was time for me to get out of there. It wouldn't have been funny. But yeah.
Right. But everything happened the way it was supposed to happen, I guess, right?
Oh, yes. Yeah. I'm glad you said that. It happened exactly the way it was supposed to happen.
Yep. No doubt. So I think we're going to end our time together, but I appreciate you spending your time with me today. But if you have any parting words for anybody that might be watching or anything you want to leave them with?
None for the camera. Here's, you know what? If I had to sum everything up, long story short, man, save yourself about $7 grand. Save yourself about $7 grand and call Carey and start working for yourself. If you got any idea that that's what you want to do, right? You should probably do it. If you wait longer, you might not want to do it, or you might get scared. And I ain't saying to jump out there unprepared, but if you got $7 grand and you want to work for yourself, call Carey.
Right.
Or me. I mean, I help out. I ain't trying to step on Carey's toes, but I help you get there. I'm probably gonna charge you more. But, yeah.
And then if they call me, they're probably like 6 months down the line, they're gonna be like, "Oh, I wish I started sooner," right?
Told you.
All right, Ralph, I appreciate your time, my friend. Thank you for sharing and spending time with me today.
Of course, Carey, no problem.
All right, you have a great day.
You too.
All right, bye-bye.